Manga-Waido.
My name is Ryoko Takahashi. I'm in my second year of high school. Maybe it's because I liked reading ever since I was a child, but I was always good at school and was one of the top students. All my friends are good people, and I've never been bullied either. I was living a stress-free school life until I met someone who I will probably never be able to agree with in my second year of high school. That was my homeroom teacher, Mr. Okawa. Mr. Okawa is my PE teacher, and he both looks and acts like one.
A healthy mind requires a healthy body. Men need to be strong and protect women,
is his motto, and he makes his students follow them as well. PE class is brutal, and we're made to run even in scorching heat. If we don't achieve the times he wants us to, he makes us run again and again until we do. Everyone is completely exhausted after PE. It doesn't stop at PE class, though. When we were preparing the stage for a presentation for the school festival…
Takeda, carry that on your own. You're a man, right? The girls will make costumes.
When watering the flowers in the classroom as well.
A man shouldn't take care of flowers. That's a woman's job.
As you can see, he was a person with very traditional ideas when it came to gender, and he would force those ideas on us as well. I didn't like him to, of course, but for some reason he would always favor me.
You're just like Nadeshiko Yamato. Women should be like this.
He kept approaching me and praising me, which was a real nuisance. Not only that, but his liking of me would go a little too far a lot of the time.
That's not how you do it, Takahashi. You do it like this.
He keeps approaching me in these creepy ways. I need to do something before he does anything more extreme. Time went by, and it was almost time for the yearly marathon contest. My classmate Takeda is physically weak, and he can't run long distances. Apparently, Mr. Okawa didn't approve of this, and…
You have to complete the marathon this year. You won't be able to protect women with such a weak body.
He kept making Takeda stay after school and train with him. You shouldn't force him, Mr. Okawa. Everyone has things they're good at and bad at.
No! Men need to be strong. He needs to train so that he'll be able to protect women.
Thanks, Miss Takahashi, but I'm all right. I'll do my best, Mr. Okawa.
That's the spirit, Takeda.
Takeda said that he was all right, but he looked like he was about to collapse when he started running again. After school… Are you all right, Takeda?
Yeah, I'm fine. I am pretty tired, though.
I bet you are. We really did get a weird teacher this year, huh?
Yeah, but I don't think he has any malintent. I mean, it'd be nice if I could get stronger, you know?
I see. It's fine if you're fine with it, but… Takeda kept undergoing Mr. Okawa's training every day after school after that. Apparently, he's done his best for 10 days, but he probably couldn't take it anymore, and by the end of the month, he wasn't coming to school anymore. You see, me and Takeda have been neighbors ever since we were in elementary school. Our parents know each other as well. According to his mother, Takeda tripped during practice since he was so exhausted and broke a bone. Of course, his injury was his own responsibility. But Mr. Okawa, who pushed him too hard, even though Takeda was physically weak, is also responsible for this. I saw something shocking in the third day that Takeda didn't come to school. I saw it while I was going home from school.
Takeda! I know you're in there! Come out!
I ran into Mr. Okawa, who was shouting in front of Takeda's house.
You're not coming to school just because you broke a bone? You won't be able to be the pillar of your family in the future if you're that weak.
I can't believe it. Just broke a bone? Mr. Okawa, I was able to hear you from across the street.
Oh, Takahashi. I see, so you live nearby.
What are you doing?
It seems that Takeda's pretending he isn't home, which is why I'm trying to convince him from the outside.
Convince him? He's not one of those scammers, is he? I guess this is what you call a meathead. I glanced at Takeda's house and I saw him peeking at us from behind the curtain. I told him with my eyes that he didn't need to come out. I see. You said that men need to be the pillar of their families just now, right? Will you be able to say the same thing to my father?
What's this suddenly?
Mr. Akawa was confused at my sudden question and lost his momentum. My mother works and my dad does the housework at my family. I was just wondering what you'd think of a family such as mine.
Your father does the housework. It should be the other way around normally, but if there's some sort of reason, then...
Mr. Akawa didn't know how to answer me, and in his confusion, he probably forgot why he was there in the first place. I smiled and said, I'm actually doing research on gender roles right now, and I'm planning on giving a speech about it at next week's speech contest. I'm going to quote your opinion just now, okay? He probably thought that I was praising him.
Oh, that's impressive. I'm gonna be there to see your presentation, so do your best, alright?
He said and went home satisfied with himself. I waved at Takeda, who was mouthing the words, "Thank you," to me, and went home. The next week, I gave a speech at a contest a local newspaper was hosting, just like I told Mr. Akawa I would. I cited sources from researchers and also used data on the performance of companies that hired women to executive positions. Accepting diversity and judging people on their strengths, not their gender, is the key to ensuring Japan's economic success. I won the contest. Mr. Akawa, who had come to watch, was delighted and boasted to the people there that I was his student. A few days later, the opportunity that I had been waiting for arrived. The newspaper that hosted the contest came to my school for an interview. Mr. Akawa joined us since he was my homeroom teacher and told the reporter that I won thanks to his excellent teaching.
What sorts of things do you teach your students normally?
I teach them that women need to protect the household and that men need to be the pillars of their families. It was thanks to this teaching that Takahashi won that contest.
Mr. Akawa started laughing loudly, but both the reporter and the principal were stunned by what he had just said.
This is completely opposite to what Miss Takahashi said in her speech, but...
said the reporter carefully, and that's when Mr. Akawa finally realized that he should be embarrassed right now.
That's right, Takahashi.
He wanted me to talk, so I said this. In my opinion, conservative teachers like Mr. Akawa are a detriment to Japan's future. For example, there's one male student that no longer comes to school because of Mr. Akawa.
Hey, don't tell him that! What's the meaning of this?
Mr. Akawa's face went pale, but I pretended I didn't hear him and went on. He made Takeda run every day after school even though he has asthma, and he assigns roles to students based on their gender, forcing them to do things that they don't want to do or just not do things that they want to do. Not only that, but Mr. Akawa often touches the bodies of female students without their permission, saying that he's expressing familiarity with them. However, not once have I seen him express familiarity with a male student, even though he does whip them with love, in his own words, often. I tried convincing him that discriminating between people because of their gender is stupid in my speech, but it seems like he didn't even understand what I was trying to say. It's a shame.
You were touching their bodies? Is this true?
Isn't this a problem?
No, I was only touching them so that we could get along better.
Mr. Akawa tried making excuses, his large body shrinking, but at the end of his speech, he was taken away by the principal to another room so that they could have a talk. Obviously, things didn't work out for Mr. Akawa after this. The principal started an investigation on him, and he found out that Mr. Akawa had been practicing an inappropriate teaching method. Leaks about his wrongdoings came from all over the school, and he was banned from returning to his position. Half a year later, he was officially fired. My classmates thanked me for what I did, and Takeda was able to return to school as well now that Mr. Akawa was gone. Because of this incident, I didn't want to have anything to do with Japan's education system anymore, which is why I went to a prestigious university abroad where I'm currently learning pedagogy. One day, I hope to return to Japan and do something that will change the education system there. My dream is for there to be no more children that have to put up with meathead teachers like Mr. Akawa.